rolling. It's like, give me a minute, because I wrote this like a week ago.
I made some good sweet tea last night.
Sweet
That's what I'm drinking right now.
I like a good sweet tea.
I like that cup.
Thank you.
Everybody's taking a drink. I should probably take
Oh, we just got done with our other episode. I needed a
You
little...
don't want to get thirsty.
Needed to wet my whistle. Wet my whistle.
You didn't even give me time to go pee.
Well, we know you're padded and ready to go. It ain't on there. It ain't on there.
God.
It ain't on there. It ain't on there.
Kim, this is why we can't have nice things. Jesus.
Holy smoke.
Welcome to Mystery Inc. Gang, where Kim's
Kim's
is
making
trash.
a mess.
No, this was underneath the coaster was underneath my paper over there, so I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
just keep going, Kim. Bless your heart.
Why do you guys have to be so mean to me?
I was sitting here telling you it ain't on there. It ain't on there. You're
Yeah,
like, what's that bitch
block
saying?
him out. I block him out. I block you out the same way.
We're literally the voices in her head.
Mm-hmm. How was your vacation?
Oh, mine?
You never said anything about your vacation.
Where'd I go?
Florida.
Florida.
Oh, yeah, it was warm.
You didn't bring
It
us
was
back no
warm,
candy
it
from
was
that candy
good.
shop.
Oh, no, I did
bastard.
bring you something.
Oh.
You did?
Yeah, it's in my truck.
It's melted.
On Unmasked, I'll go get it. It's melted, Josh. It's not food. I would have ate it on my
Well,
way
you
back
went to
from
a candy
Florida.
store. I was like, surely to God,
Did I
my
get you
brother
candy?
is not going to
No,
send
I
me
ate that.
an
I ate-
edited video of him in this candy shop without sending.
I bought a bunch of gummy bears.
Oh, but then I was like, well, he's
But you
in
didn't get the
Florida.
sugar-free
Any
ones, did
candy's
you?
going to melt.
No, but I put them in the
Don't eat
fridge.
sugar-free gummy bears,
No,
Kim. They'll
I
make
know.
you shit your pants.
Oh, yes, I know.
Water will make her shit her pants.
No, they will.
Oh, no, I know.
Have you seen those
Oh,
sugar-free reviews?
Yeah, on
yeah,
Amazon.
for sure.
They're so funny.
Yeah, no, and that's true. There are some sugar-free things you don't want sugar-free because it will move through you. It's almost like your body's like, no,
That ain't
no,
right.
no. Let me get rid of it. Let me get rid of it, Lord.
My body's quick on that. Anything I ever put in it that it did not like, it's like it gets it out quick one way or another.
Oh, God.
Whether it's a substance or a man throwing it up or donkey kicking. Kicked a man across the room one time.
You're an ass, Josh.
I don't know about you guys.
Kim, this is supposed to be your episode. You're supposed to be leading us. Are you going to lead us somewhere?
I'm
It
not.
looks. She could make her font
To
a little
hell.
bit bigger.
She
My
leaves
God,
us
Kim,
to-
that's so tiny.
I do. I
I
have
thought
to
it
be
was
able to
big
see.
font. Look how little my font is on my paper.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, when
I do a 13.
I helped her by printing hers
Mine's a
out,
12.
and I thought, oh, that's a little big.
I'm pretty sure mine's
When it comes
a
to
12.
font, I'm a size queen.
I don't know.
No, I don't like big because I feel like the least amount of time I can flip a paper over, I'm just lazy. I'd
And
rather squint.
which one of us, out of the three of us, has the best eyesight? Maybe take a
Hey, I got contacts.
y'all are
Josh.
squinting these little tiny fonts all these years. It ain't helping.
See, that's why I make mine bigger.
Me too.
But I can see just fine up close.
You're far.
For now,
You can't see far away.
you just gotta don't strain your eyes.
My eyes aren't strained.
With that
Josh.
font, it's so little.
Look, I got the wet contacts.
He got the wet.
They are sopping. You hear that noise? That was my,
every
that's my
time,
eyes.
every time his eyes move.
Every time I blink, my eyes just flutter and
He ain't crying. They
moist.
just wet.
they're just so wet. Extra wet, Kim. They are extra wet. The wettest. They are the wettest. How wet?
I need to go puke.
So wet.
You're so disgusting.
It's just
his eyes
so
are sopping.
wet. This is what happens when Kim starts out an episode and she doesn't guide us somewhere.
I know.
Like I at least have mine structured. I give you guys
gives us an
words
intro.
you want to say. Kim just starts it out all willy-nilly and she expects us to
because
fall in line.
It's because I like to sit here and listen to you guys and talk. I hate it. I don't like doing them. They're not fun for me.
Poor
Then you're doing the
baby.
wrong ones.
No, I'm not.
When you do, Kim, it should always be fun.
It's just
You just did.
He's such a man.
You just
Ain't
did
that
your
such a-
ex-husband so
When
long.
you do it, it should be fun. It is for the men, always.
Well,
Y'all could be satisfied by a strong gust of wind.
well.
All right. So on today's
probably true.
episode, it brings us to a strange intersection of art, urban legend, and fire. A painting, mass-produced, mundane even.
Oh,
That's,
mundane.
mundane.
You
Even-
know damn well she never spelled the word
What kind of chat
mundane.
GPT bullshit is
Listen,
that?
I never
I
heard
do
you
what I
even
gotta
use
do. You shut up.
Mundane.
mundane.
You hear that in a book?
Kim, you need to go back to that chat GPT and tell it, rewrite this as someone with a 5th grade education, because that would be at least more believable, the language that you would use. I know damn well in the years I've known you, you have never used the word mundane.
Mundane.
How you spell it, Kim? Don't even look at your paper. How you spell it? You'd never spell it. You know why? This is Kim when she tries to text you. She clicked that little mic button. Mundane. Every time. There's a lot of times I'm with Kim and she'll be sitting there texting out, but then she don't know how to spell a word and she'll just say a word out loud.
Not always. Sometimes I'll reword it. And now we know why I hate doing these.
Go ahead,
This
Kim.
is what it's been too long.
We won't bother
We all three
you.
ain't been together since what? April? Beginning of April?
Oh, man.
Been a
It's
month and a
long
half.
time. Go ahead, Kim. We won't bother
That is such a lie.
you. It probably will be. but
Go on with your mundane
Here, you
story.
read it.
No, go ahead. Here, Kim, you want
You
me
read
to read
it.
it? Okay. Yeah, let me.
And on today's episode,
Oh, my God. The font is huge. I gotta
Oh, please.
All right. So today we're going to talk about the crying boy. Probably
ooh,
because Kim took her shirt off. All right. So in the post-war years of 1950s,
which war?
homes across Europe. What? Which war?
Is that World War II?
I'm guessing.
Well, there's a lot of wars. I don't
Yeah.
remember them all.
In the
I think it was
post-war
World War II.
years, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because the World War II ended in 1945, same year Grandma was
Oh,
born.
I just feel like through all of the 1900s, there was some war going
Right.
on.
While homes across Europe displayed sentimental images, pastoral scenes. Kim, I know damn well you've never used the word pastoral. You need to lay off the
Preacher.
internet.
We say preacher.
She's copy and
We
pasting,
hillbillies.
guys. Religious icons and portraits of children. One in particular stood out. A young boy with glistening eyes. Bitch, you never use the word glistening. And a single tear rolling down his cheek because Kim is a liar.
I bet a lot of preachers were out for that picture.
The painter? What was the painter's name, Kim?
I don't remember. I
She-
told you
she
I did
co-
this
she named-
over a week ago.
She magnanimous.
Kim, you just sit back and you learn this mystery.
All right.
'Cause you ain't
I
never
told
heard
you
it
it was
before.
done over a week ago. I don't remember.
Giovanni Brogolin.
Yep, that's it.
No, that probably ain't it.
Giovanni.
Giovanni
Giovanni.
Brogolin. Though that was just his pseudonym. Kim, you just left all these big words in here. No. How do you spell pseudonym, Kim?
I don't know. Just read
What's
it.
the first letter in pseudonym?
P-S-E.
You just gave it away, Josh. She never would have came
I
up
knew
with
it was didn't start with an S.
pseudonym.
Is that like the god
Pseudonym.
Poseidon?
Right. His real name was Bruno Amarillo, an Italian artist born in 1911. Giovanni painted dozens of variations of the crying boy. Have you guys seen that painting?
Probably.
I think I
I
have.
have. Always children, always weeping. But the most famous was a sad-eyed boy with brown hair, his lips pursed in a fragile frown. Prints of this image were mass-produced, cheap to buy, and soon hung in thousands of British homes.
Oh, bless his little heart.
And that's where the trouble began.
Oh, that's so sad.
Josh is looking at picture
So
game.
cute.
It was September 5th, 1985, the same year Josh was born,
Shut your ass.
when the British tabloid The Sun published an old story. An Essex firefighter claimed that during multiple house fires, one object consistently survived the flames: the crying boy.
His tears put out the fire.
Again and again in the ashes of charred homes, fire crews discovered the print untouched. Like a virgin,
All I want to know is that
Touched for the
picture.
very
What was
first
the
time.
artist doing to the boy to make him cry? Now sit there still.
I almost
Poked him
wonder
with
if
a
maybe
stick.
it was covered in something like a flame retardant, you know?
Keep going.
Possibly.
Kim,
Oil
sit
paint
down, shut
takes
up,
a
and
long
listen.
time to dry.
Okay.
Sometimes slightly singed, but often pristine.
It was too cute. Even the flames couldn't hurt it.
Furniture would be destroyed, walls blackened, but the painting remained.
That's just one kind of art you won't ever find in my house. It doesn't socially feel correct
To have children.
as a single man to have like portraits of children in my home.
Crying.
Yeah, yeah, right. Like I can just see someone coming over and be like, "That's an interesting."
One
be
that-
like a priest having it. Like, oh,
Well,
that just don't feel
one that
right.
always makes me feel a little awkward is the one where it's an old picture of like the doctor going to give a boy
with his pants down.
Yeah,
and
a
a
shot
shot
or
in the
something.
ass.
Oh, yeah.
like at one point that's a
It's
cute
Norman
little funny,
Rockwell.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
but then
like-
now I'm like, what you got that in your house for?
Yeah. As a
Okay,
kid, you're
doc.
like, "Oh, that's about to be me."
That was
Now
hanging
it's
in my
like-
doctor's office when I was a kid.
believe
Yeah,
that.
but now it's like as an adult, you're like, "That's a kid's painting of a kid's ass."
Oh,
That
yeah.
should put a
Well, firefighters began to talk. The legend grew. People started to panic.
of course.
One firefighter, Peter Hall, told reporters that several stations across northern England had the same experience. The painting surviving fires that defied explanation. And soon the fear became personal. Peter's own brother, Ron Hall, decided to prove the whole thing was nonsense. He bought a copy of the painting and hung it in his home in Swallow Nest. I'm trying not to laugh because I'm sure it's a great place.
Is that a town?
It's in
Swallownest?
South
Mhm.
Yorkshire.
Gluck gluck.
Well, at least it's not North Yorkshire. Anyway,
It's better than Spittsville.
not long after, his house burned down, and Ron reportedly found the painting lying in the rubble, untouched by fire. And in a moment of rage, or perhaps fear, he smashed it beneath his boot. But the painting had already done its damage. As the media frenzy grew, more stories surfaced. Dora Brand of Surrey claimed her house burned to the ground just 6 weeks after buying the painting. It was one of many artworks in her collection, but the only one that survived. In Kilburn, Sandra Krasky, I don't know, in some town near
Somewhere
Kilburn.
in some lady.
Well, her family suffered not one, but multiple fires, each coinciding with the presence of this picture.
I would have kept it in the shed.
I probably would not.
Like,
I wouldn't have bought it to begin
well,
with.
that one
No.
guy testing it, I'm like, test it out in the shed or something. Good God.
Then came the pizza shop, not the
Not the
pizza
pizza.
shop.
Mhm.
On October 21st, 1985, Perillo Pizza Palace in Great Yarmouth was gutted by fire. The only thing to remain unscathed. You ain't never used the word unscathed either. I'm
Unscathed.
not
I
sure if
have.
you'd be able to say
I
that.
have said
Unscathed.
unscathed.
Well, the only thing untouched was the crying boy, proudly displayed above the counter. More followed. The Godpier family, the Amos family, a woman from Leeds who claimed that after destroying her copy, her husband and 3 sons died in a house fire. Miss Woodward of Forest Hill, London, who said the painting was tied to the deaths of 4 family members in separate fire-related incidents.
Jesus.
The painting seemed less like art and more like a cursed relic. By November 1985, panic had grown to such heights that the Sun organized mass bonfires. They invited readers to send their copies of The Crying Boy, which they burned in public ceremonies.
Some salt and sage.
But not everyone was convinced. Years later, in 2010, British writer and comedian Steve Punt decided to get, boy, you better pronounce that P. Punt. Decided to get to the bottom of it. He dug into the story with a blend of skepticism and curiosity. He found that the paintings were often printed on a material coated in a fire-retardant varnish. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm so good. I should get paid to do this. Well, testing by the building research establishment revealed that the artwork didn't resist fire through supernatural means, just chemistry. What's more, the string used to hang the picture on the wall was flammable. When a fire broke out, the string would burn first, causing the painting to fall face down. Shielded from direct flames and protected by its coating, it often remained largely intact.
I think it is creepy that I don't think it was anything supernatural that saved the painting. Just creepy that fires would happen where the painting would go.
A lot of fires, too.
But what time period was this?
80s?
Mm-hmm. Mid-80s, early mid.
So I was going to say, if it was like the early 1900s, 1800s, and before.
Everything was on fire.
Right.
Yeah. But science wasn't enough to stop the whispers. There's one more layer to the legend, a backstory that attempts to explain why the painting might be cursed. According to a book by author Tom Sleeman, the boy in the picture was named Don Bonello, or sometimes Diablo.
Oh,
he was
Diablo.
He was said to be a Spanish child who had accidentally started a fire that killed his parents.
Dios mío.
After being orphaned, the boy supposedly wandered until he met the painter Giovanni, who captured his sorrow in paint. Tom claimed the boy later died in a car crash. And wherever his image went, fires followed. It's a haunting tale, and completely untrue. Investigative journalist David Clark debunked the entire story, stating there was no evidence of any such child that had ever existed. The name Don Bonello appeared nowhere in earlier accounts.
Well, it sounds like a bullshit name on its own. That's
Right.
Don Bonello.
Bonello. The myth was a 21st century addition to a 20th century panic. Still, the idea was irresistible. The cursed orphan, the tear-streaked child with fire in his wake, it gave the painting a villain or a victim. So what do we make of the crying boy? Was it cursed or just the perfect storm of coincidence, fear, and tabloid hysteria? Maybe it's something simpler. A melancholy image of a time of post-war trauma. A child crying, an unforgettable sight in a culture that preferred stiff upper lips and unspoken grief. Maybe it burned its way into our collective memory.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Not through fire, but through story. Because sometimes it doesn't take proof, it takes belief. And once a story catches fire, no varnish in the world can put it out.
Varnish? You ain't choose varnish.
No, she ain't doing no varnish.
What is varnish, Kim? Tell us.
I got years of
I know what
text
varnish is.
from you. You ain't never spell a word right or use the right grammar. This is all spelled right and using the right grammar. You paying somebody or you using
It's
a
called
service.
Word. Don't change it.
Well, gang, if you enjoyed this episode of Mystery Inc., supposedly written by Kim, but read by your favorite host in the world, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with all your friends. And if you happen to have a copy of The Crying Boy in your attic,
It's creepy.
maybe send it to Kim.
No, that is not what that says.
Don't send it.
Her address will be in
No,
the show
no, no, no,
notes.
no, no.
P.O. Box 690, Wabash, Indiana
I don't want it.
46992.
Stay
We'll put it-
curious, stay safe, and remember, some stories refuse to burn.
I think it's the creepiest thing about that mystery is that so many people would willingly have a picture of a crying child.
Yeah.
Like they saw that somewhere and was like, I must have this in my house. So every day I can be reminded of this
Yep.
cute, adorable painting of a boy's crying. Like, put it above the toilet. So when I'm shitting, I can, look at his sorrow.
Well, the thing about like artwork is normally when I see it, I'll like it if I can link it to something like, oh, that reminds me of my grandma.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I see a painting of a kid crying, I'm like, that reminds me of being in pain or something. Like, I don't want to see that.
I respect a lot of art, but my favorite are, I'm just a traditional, I love like landscapes. Like Thomas Kincaid is right up my alley.
I love Thomas Kincaid.
A good flower garden. Monet. I love Monet. The lily pad painting.
I love Monet.
Monet.
Monet. I
Ching,
love Monet.
Ching. He loves the Monet.
I always loved to watch Bob Ross paint.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He used to be an army, a drill sergeant.
I know. I
back in
can't
the
even
day.
imagine.
Yeah. I saw a picture of him like in uniform with his buzzed haircut. And it wasn't till after he left. And he didn't like having to be so cruel to the people he trained. So he was like kind of vowed to live the rest of his life in peace and harmony.
Sure.
Happy little trees.
Happy tree. A little happy tree. Kim, what else you got for us?
Oh, I've done some jinkies. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
So we have some strange laws still on the books.
Awesome.
We're due in the District of Columbia today.
What kind of vernacular did you do?
In Washington, D.C., it's illegal to post a notice in the public which calls another person a coward for refusing to accept a challenge or a duel.
Oh. John Howard is a coward. He did not defend his daughter's dignity in my duel request. I'm going to have to rewatch Bridgerton again. That made me want to. I did see Shondaland. They posted there is going to be a season 5 and 6 as well.
Of what?
Bridgerton.
Oh, okay.
And I've also heard another Bridgerton rumor that we're going to get a Violet and what was Violet's husband? The one who died from the bee sting, the original Mr. Bridgerton.
Yeah, I don't remember.
We're going to
what
get
his
their
name was.
backstory. Similar how we
really?
got Queen Charlotte.
That's awesome.
So we're going to get Violet.
You know, those books are
backstory.
absolutely nothing like that.
No, they're not. I've
I've
a
read,
lot more details.
Yeah, I've read like the first 6 or 7 of them, I think. But yeah, they're nothing like it.
I like the show better. I like seeing the people. And I'm like, in real life, that's the gay one.
Did you see the second season of
Yes.
Wednesday is about ready to come out?
I've heard rumors Gaga might be in it. She might make a appearance
Yes,
as one of the
I have seen it. Have you
characters.
seen the trailer to it yet?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, you'll have to look it up.
I just
'cause you
recently,
can't see
the other day,
trailer.
watched the new Beetlejuice movie,
Oh.
which I didn't hate
haven't
it.
seen it
No,
yet.
I didn't
It's
mind
on
it.
Netflix now.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'll have to watch it.
I don't know that I have watched
I
it.
thought you went to theaters with our buddy
Did I?
Dave. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't live your life.
Yes, I
don't
did.
I feel like you
I
told
don't know
me.
your live, Cam.
Yeah, we did go to the theater to see it.
Are you going to give us whatever it is you're
We
gonna
got
tell us?
sidetracked.
chatting.
Oh my gosh.
We
yeah,
got
just
off on a
calm
tangent.
down.
I remember what we got sidetracked.
It's unlawful for small boys to throw stones at any time, at any place in the District of Columbia.
Well, we would have arrested his children. We didn't throw them at people, but we did. If we stopped somewhere and there was a pile of rocks, we're going to go get some shinies out of it.
The U.S. government says it's a crime to give false weather reports.
That should be
Well, then they'd all be locked up.
sue the Apple Weather app because they don't
All
know
of
what the
them.
hell they're talking about.
None.
All right, so these are Florida ones, so this ought to be good.
Gonna send them a receipt for my plants because they almost killed some. Because, I'll look and I'll be like, oh, it's going to storm tomorrow. I don't need to water the plants tonight. The next day, no rain and my plants are frying in the sun.
Yeah, just like we were supposed to get really bad storms like the night before last.
Yeah.
We
I
got
didn't
nothing.
water and I'm like, oh, I go out the next day and my plants are like, help me.
All right, these are from Florida. It's illegal to sing in public while attired in a swimsuit.
Yeah. No Speedos and singing.
A special law prohibits unmarried women from parachuting on Sundays, or she shall risk arrest, fine, or being jailed.
What?
I have no idea.
Go to
That's
church,
so
lady.
Weird. That's really weird. Florida law forbids rats to leave the ship's docks in Tampa Bay.
If only that could be
I know, right?
enforced.
If an elephant is left tied to a parking meter, the parking meter has to be paid just as it would for a vehicle.
Good to know.
I know. I mean, I would like to take my elephant down there. Yeah.
Is that what you call your...
Never leave the house without it.
In Florida, failure to tell your neighbor his house is on fire is illegal.
Well, I'd hope that would be everywhere.
Right.
Right?
My neighbor's house is attached to mine, so I'd have to.
Oh, well, yeah. It's illegal to skateboard without a license.
I did not know that. I tried skateboarding one time, and that was plenty enough for me. I didn't crash, but I went down that hill real fast, and I didn't like it. I just tell myself I'm not going to fall and I'm not going to get hurt, and I don't.
You're not allowed to break more than 3 dishes per day or chip the edges of more than 4 cups and a saucer.
I feel like that's racist against Italians.
Isn't that weird? This
A lot of
weird
Italians are like, what?
What is this?
This one's really weird too. Women may be fined for falling asleep under a hairdryer, and the salon owner could also be fined.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of people are guilty of that. I
No
mean,
kidding.
especially in the winter, you get under that nice warm. You got your cape on, covering your arms.
I think it's a little bit more back, in the older days. It's a little bit more prominent, I think, doing that. But most people sit and play on their phone now.
Right.
Well, and back
keeps them
then
awake.
that would have been a scandal. Oh, she fell asleep at the beauty salon.
Right.
What is she? Oh, is she having to work nights? Oh, is she unmarried?
All right. Are we all ready for the closing?
Yeah.
All right.
Give it to us,
Make
Kim.
sure you come and join our Patreon.
We do have our 15 new Patreon members,
Yes.
so we are going to be putting Kim in drag.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I still have to finish up your wig. It was voted. We're going to do the beehive, but since I've always wanted to see Kim in long hair, I'm going to do the beehive, but half up, half down. So she's still going to have some length, just because I want to see what you look like.
And while Josh is doing that, Shane's going to do a mystery.
Yeah, so we're going to... I got my face tape, and we're going to do you in drag makeup. I'm going to actually give you some eyebrows. Be ready for it.
Yeah, I know. My eyebrows are blonde. You can't see them.
That's nice for drag, though, because you don't have to, glue them down or nothing.
Also, don't forget, CrimeCon is September the 5th through the 7th in Denver, Colorado this year. Save your money. Come and see us. If you know you're coming, shoot us a message and let us know that you're coming. We'll try to do a little meetup or something for us. Be a lot of
Invite
fun.
all your big, bearded, straight man friends.
Exactly.
Who drink a little.
And then don't forget to follow us on all the social medias and come and join us on itsmysteryinc.com, where you'll find all of our pictures, all of that good stuff, our past episodes. It has our merch store. It has the little Josh's little Dixon necklaces, cups, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff.
Kim's BVDs.
And that's it. And I guess we'll
Alrighty, gang.
see you
Well,
on Unmasked.
yeah, come hang out with us on Unmasked.
Talk
We'll meet
at
you there.
later.
Bye.
Bye.